What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Medichams, and welcome everybody to week 6 of the PPL, where this week we're going to be taking on the undefeated #1 coach of the league thus far, Pup, coach of the South Bend Snowflakes. Here are the teams. What? So immediately it's very clear as to why this team is on top. It is a very terrifying team. Mega Scovillain and Mega Garchomp are unironically pretty huge threats. Goldengo, despite getting nerfed, is still really powerful. Sylveon obviously is just a phenomenal Pokemon, and we've got threats even like Basque Legion and Overquill, which could both be very, very punishing into my weather team. However, I am very pleased to say that we do have some strategies that I'm hoping I can use to take advantage and to catch Pup off guard. That's going to always be my goal with this game, is just to try and catch Pup off guard as much as I can. If we win this, we are looking very good for playoffs. If we lose this, we're not out, but we're definitely in a much worse position than we would prefer to be. So, this is going to be a very, very interesting set. I'm very excited about it. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So here is the team. We have got stuff. We're leading Salazzle once again with Fake Out. We do have Protect in case the Weavile is running Fake Out, which I am kind of expecting in this game. We've also got a mixed attacking Abomasnow. We've got Sableye with Quash and Nightshade and Taunt and Encore. We've got a Steelix with the Lumberry for in case we get burned by the Mega Scovillain. We also have Sturdy as well. Politoed is our secret weapon. It's an offensive variant with Drizzle. And then finally, Heliolisk with Ally Switch Protect, because obviously this thing hard checks Basque Legion, and that's kind of the whole reason I'm bringing it here. So, good luck up with my opponent. Let's see what the 6 are that they bring. I am very nervous, but hopefully things go well for ya boy. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and see for the team. It is going to be none other than... We're going to see Goldengo, Weavile, Basque Legion, Garchomp, Scovillain, and Noivern. No Sylveon is actually really solid. I'm a big fan of that. Also, no Overquill, Pikachu, Weirdeer, none of that. Weirdeer I was not expecting at all, but you know what? It is what it is. Obviously, to Salazzle here, I really like Salazzle as a lead. I think Steelix could also be kind of a solid lead here, so I think I will actually bring Steelix. I actually do really like Steelix, and then I'm going to bring Mega Abomasnow here. We always Mega here. I was soundproof, but now I don't really need soundproof, so we are going to just be rocking out with the Mega form. And then finally, do I want to bring Politoed to this game? I don't know. I think maybe Heliolisk should be in the back, so I'm going to trust my gut and go with Heliolisk. Good luck up with my opponent, and let's freaking do it. Alrighty, very excited to see what they have got for us. They are going to go ahead and lead off with Weavile and Noivern. Okay, so Weavile, Noivern. So this was a lead that I was kind of afraid of. So we're going to lead Aphrodite and Kojima. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to Protect. I'm expecting Fake Out from Weavile. I think this thing must be Sash. I do like just clicking Ice Fang into the Noivern here. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that the Noivern is probably Mental Herb. I think they're going to try and set up Tailwind here, which I'm kind of okay with. I'm not ideal, but it's okay. I'm going to Protect with Salazzle, though. They could be low-kicking the Steelix as well. I could definitely see that, but I think if they have Fake Out, they're going to click Fake Out into Salazzle. We are going to go ahead and see that we go for Protect first, so let's see what the Weavile wants to do. Weavile is going to go for low kick into the Steelix. Dang it. Okay, but at least we take 2. That's actually really impressive. I'm kind of surprised by that. We're going to see Focus Blast. Holy! I was not expecting that. We are going to go for Ice Fang into the Noivern. The Noivern drops. Well, that was terrifying. Holy crap. That turn almost went absolutely horribly for me. My goodness gracious. I'm wondering if Pup is kind of trolling a little bit, because Pup's already locked in the playoffs. We're going to see Garchomp hit the field. That makes a lot of sense. I'm kind of tempted to keep Salazzle alive, so I think I'm going to switch into Abomasnow here, and then I'm going to go for... I could Protect, honestly. Protect is pretty solid. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to Protect here. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to hit the Protect button. Alright, we're going to go ahead, switch out. We're going to see if this thing wants to Mega. I'm actually very curious about that here. It seems like they left Mega Scovillain in the back. We are going to see that they Mega Garchomp. So Mega Garchomp here is going to hit the field. Mega Garchomp. Ice Shard will not kill, but it's going to do a crap ton of damage, so that's really nice. We're going to go ahead and fire off a Protect here. We're protecting the Steelix. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what they want to go for. They're going to go for Throw Chop into Abomasnow. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. Earth Power into the Steelix. Okay. So immediately, I'm just going to Mega myself and go for Ice Shard here, and then I'm just going to click Heavy Slam into the Weavile. Obvious play is obvious, but I do really like it here. I think this makes a lot of sense. Keeping Fake Out online for the last, like, for the end game is really solid. Also, having Heliolisk with Dragon Pulse for the Garchomp in the back is also very nice. We were possibly able to keep our Shuka Berry intact, which is also amazing. I'm very curious to see what happens here. This seems to be special Garchomp, so that's very good to know. All right, we're gonna see that we Mega here as well. Bada bing, bada boom. This will not kill, but it'll do a lot of damage to this Garchomp, which is obviously very nice. We might be able to tank a hit from this Weavile if we have the snow, which I'm kind of hoping for. We're gonna fire off an Ice Shard here. Bada bing, bada boom. A lot of damage into that Garchomp, which is really nice. We're gonna go ahead and see Low Kick into the Steelix. We don't live it. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Critical hit. The critical hit actually mattered there, I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping this isn't Focus Sash Weavile. We're gonna see Flamethrower. Unfortunate. Alright, so Flamethrower is gonna pop, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna see that Abomasnow faints, that's fine. I'm okay with that. We're gonna go ahead and switch in Salazzle and Heliolisk. The nice thing here is Fake Out will break a Weavile's potential Sash, and then also I do have Dragon Pulse for the Garchomp. So I'm clicking Dragon Pulse here right now. Obvious play is obvious, but it makes the most sense here. I'm hoping it's Basculegion in the back. Basculegion would be the most ideal. Alright, we're gonna see that they actually swap out Weavile. That means they probably have Basculegion in the back. It's gonna be Goldengo, actually, which is very interesting to me. We're gonna see Protect from the Garchomp, that's fine. So they have Weavile in the back. We're gonna reveal that we have Fake Out into the Goldengo, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna reveal the Dragon Pulse as well into the Garchomp. Unfortunate there, but now I think let's see, this could be Nasty Plot Goldengo, which is a bit scary. I think I'm still gonna go for Overheat into the Goldengo, and then I'm gonna go for Dragon Pulse into the Garchomp. I think this makes the most sense. I'm gonna go for it. Even if it's Akaberry Goldengo, I don't want to risk it getting a Nasty Plot off. We're gonna see that we fire off the Dragon Pulse into the Mega Garchomp. Mega Garchomp is going to drop. That's a kill for Heliolisk, which puts us in a very solid position. That also reveals that this is not, in fact, Scarf, whatchamacallit. We're gonna go for an Overheat. We're just gonna kill this Goldengo, I'm pretty sure. Goldengo could just drop, so all that's left is Weavile in the back. Weavile's the only Pokemon left in the back, so this is actually A-okay by me. I am very happy with this exchange. So I think here, all I need to do is just Overheat into Thunderbolts and call it a day. That was actually really solid positioning for me, or really solid, not positioning, but you get my point. I'm gonna go ahead and fire off an Overheat into the Weavile, and then I'm gonna fire off a Thunderbolt into the Weavile as well. There's zero reason I don't do this here. I'm not gonna try to get fancy with it. This could be Fake Out. This could be Triple Axle into the Heliolisk. Okay. That is a bit unfortunate if that kills. It does. It do be like that sometimes. But I think if we just fire off another Overheat into this Weavile, we should be fine. Overheat, bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Alright, Weavile is going to go down to 10%, so that is actually a more, that must be like a, that's a pretty offensive Weavile, so I think if I'm at -4, Sludge Bomb should always kill, assuming that that is very offensive Weavile, so I'm going to go ahead and land the Sludge Bomb here. It seems like that they don't have the, whatchamacallit, we do get hit with that. We're going to go ahead and land a Sludge Bomb here, reveal that we have it, and Weavile will drop here. We get a Game 1 victory, which is a really solid position for us. Next time, I'm definitely leading Politoed. I really like leading Politoed here. I think leading Politoed is a very solid bet. And then I'm going to have Heliolisk. I could lead Heliolisk as well, actually. Politoed Heliolisk is actually pretty solid, especially now that they revealed that they don't have Fake Outs, unless they're doing a fantastic job keeping that offline, which I don't think they are. I definitely lead Politoed for sure. The question is, what do I want to lead next? I think they're going to bring, I think there's a solid chance they bring Mega Scoville into this game, so I'm kind of tempted to actually lead Politoed Salazzle. I could also lead Politoed Sableye, which I also kind of like, have Heliolisk in the back and Abomasnow in the back. That makes sense to me. I think this is where I want to reveal that I have offensive Politoed, because offensive Politoed could really go nuts here. So I'm going to do that. So we don't know what item Goldengo is yet. It's not Scarf. It loses to Salazzle. Weavile also does not do very well. They also don't know that I'm Focus Sash on the Salazzle, so that's very good information to have in the back. We're looking kind of solid right now. That Focus Blast miss was really, really crucial for me. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm wondering if Noivern's a more offensive variant. That would make a lot of sense to me. I'm a bit scared about that, but I think it's fine. They probably have Tailwind in the back. I'm willing to bet that they have Tailwind on Noivern, but I'm honestly okay if they set up Tailwind here, because Weavile's outspeeding everything regardless. Weavile's also not Scarf, which is good to know. Not that it matters, but, you know, they probably have Scarf on something. I just don't know what it is. We're gonna see here that they lead Garchomp Weavile this time. Okay, so Garchomp Weavile's hitting the field. We're gonna lead off with Armaments and Bejeweled. So, here's where things get interesting, right? Hydro Pump has a chance to straight up OHKO Garchomp here. and I like that. Although I think Icy Wind is more reliable here, so I will go ahead and click Icy Wind, and then I think I might Nightshade here, or I'll Quash. You know what? I'll Quash the Garchomp. I think this play makes a lot of sense. We are going to see that they Mega Garchomp again. They are leaving Mega Scovillain benched, which is very interesting to me. Very, very interesting indeed. We could see a Protect on the Garchomp as well. We are going to see that they don't Protect the Garchomp, which is very interesting. I am very fine with that. We're going to see Throat Chop into the Politoed. That's fine. That does half. Okay. A little bit scary, but we fire off an Icy Wind into this Weavile Garchomp. Beautiful. Seems to be pretty bulky Garchomp, so that's good to know. We do drop their speed, which is very nice for me, and we're gonna see a Draco. So they just unleash a Draco into the Politoed slot. That's fine. Okay, so Politoed's not gonna really do anything in this game. That makes me a little bit sad, but it is what it is. That also tells me that this Garchomp is most certainly... Oh, I forgot it's double, so that was a little bit of a throw. Yeah, I forgot it was double, so that was a bit of a mistake. However, this does give me a very free Abomasnow switch, so I will go ahead and go into Abomasnow here. All right, we are going to go ahead, switch into Abomasnow. I will go ahead and Mega and fire off a Woodhammer into this Weavile. I think it might kill, actually. I'm not too sure. It'll at the very least do a lot of damage, if not straight up kill. I could also just Nightshade and double into the Weavile slot, which I'm kind of happy with doing. I think they have to switch Garchomp out here. They could also just let it drop. I will go ahead and do this play, though. They're not killing me with a Flamethrower. We are going to see that they withdraw the Weavile, actually, which is kind of surprising to me. I was not expecting that. We're going to see Goldengo hit the field. That's fine. At the very least, we're firing off damage into this Goldengo, so that's good. Slightly annoyed with the Mega Garchomp situation now, but it is what it is. Oh, I forgot about the Mega setting up the snow. That was a little bit of a mistake. We're gonna see Flamethrower from them. That's gonna do a decent amount of damage, but that's fine. We're gonna fire off a Nightshade and then a, whatchamacallit? A Woodhammer into this slot. Yep, beautiful. Boom. Goldengo's just not having a good time here, I won't lie. So I think what I could do, I could swap into Heliolisk here, and I think I really want to bet that they're switching out Mega Garchomp, so I will go ahead and do this. I'm just going to hit Nightshade into the gold... Well, honestly, I think actually hitting Nightshade into the Garchomp slot is better. I think they have to switch out... Yeah, they have to switch out Garchomp here. That makes the most sense to me. We're gonna see Weavile hit the field again. That is fine by me as well. They were probably expecting me to go for Encore or something like that. I'm really glad I brought Nightshade now. We're gonna go into the creature. Bada bing, bada boom. Hello, Heliolisk. We're gonna see Protect from the Goldengo. This is actually a really good turn for us. I'm not gonna lie. So now, let me see here how much damage I can do with Heliolisk to the whatchamacallit. I will always kill, so I think what I do... Well, I guess the problem here actually is that Weavile outspeed, doesn't it? That's kind of the issue. In that case, I'm going to Ally Switch, I think, and then I'm going to go for Nightshade into the Weavile slot. I guess I should have maybe Protected first. That might have been the better call, but... It is what it is. We're gonna go for Ally Switch here. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, I think I should have Protected first. So that was a little bit of a misplay. We're gonna see Triple Axle into the Sableye. Sableye will be able to tank this, thankfully. Boom. Beautiful. I guess this could be Make It Rain from the gold. It's Shadow Ball into that slot. That's great. That is very solid for me. We're gonna go ahead and fire off another Nightshade. Beautiful. So I'm just going to go for Nightshade again into the Weavile slot, and this time I will go ahead and Protect. Yes. We're gonna go for Protect with the Heliolisk. Beautiful. So I'm hoping that... Let's see. I think it comes down to if Abomasnow can kill, and it might not be able to kill with an Ice Shard, unfortunately. Shadow Ball's gonna land into the Sableye. It's probably gonna kill. It does. That's unfortunate. So Sableye is gonna drop. Life Orb Goldengo. Very interesting. Okay. We're gonna switch it to Abomasnow here. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. I think my best play here, weirdly enough, is hope for a triple Axle miss, which could definitely happen. They also need to keep in mind I could be going for Ally Switch here. They need to keep in mind Ally Switch. So I think what I'm going to do, Ally Switch is very obvious. I will do this play. I think this is the play I make here. Weavile could also always miss the triple Axle here, so that's something I do need to keep in mind. We're gonna protect the Abomasnow. We're gonna see triple Axle into the Heliolisk. That was a crit, unfortunate. They land 2. Did they land 3rd? They do land 3rd. So this is going to go to a game 3, unfortunately. But I do still like the fact that I don't have Politoed's offensive capabilities online yet. So that's very good to know. The snow stopped here. Hopefully an Ice Shard can kill this Weavile to at least make it a bit more even. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best and probably not succeed. Next time, I think I'm gonna leave Sableye benched. And this time I will go ahead and bring Salazzle in the front. And then I think my other Mon, I might leave Mega Abomasnow, weirdly enough, because I think Mega Scovillain is going to be the lead. Yeah, I definitely think Mega Scovillain is going to be the lead here. I think that makes the most sense. So I think they're going to bring Mega Scovillain. I definitely want Politoed in the back. back, I think there's a solid chance they bring Bascu Legion. So I think what I might do, I think I'm going to lead Salazzle, Abomasnow, and then have Politoed, Heliolisk in the back. I definitely always want Heliolisk because of the Bascu Legion being there. They know now that I'm not afraid of bringing Politoed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have these two lead, and then these two in the back. So that way I don't lose to Bascu Legion in the back. I could also play it very risky and bring Steelix over Heliolisk, but I do still really like Heliolisk in this matchup regardless. So I will go ahead and bring Heliolisk and then have Politoed in the back along with, yeah, I like this play. I think this play makes the most sense. They could also, again, always bring Mega Scoville in here. I think if they bring Mega Scoville in, then that could be a slight issue, but I think we'll be okay. Because also, here's the thing with Salazzle. Salazzle can just lock it into something. It can do a whole bunch of stuff. It can be annoying. Well, I guess it can't lock because I got rid of Encore, but we'll see what happens. This is going to be Scoville and Golden Go. Okay, this is kind of what I was expecting. So we're going to go into Aphrodite and Obama. Beautiful. Actually, this is kind of unfortunate for Abomasnow, I guess. This is a little bit unfortunate. I will go ahead and Sludge Bomb into the Scoville, and they still don't know I'm Sash on my other Mon. I'm actually going to swap into Politoed here. I really like this play. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and swap into Politoed here. I do really like this. I think this makes the most sense. We're Focus Sash on the Salazzle, so we'll always be able to kind of take care of the Scoville. We're going to set up the Rain here. Weaken down this Scoville. We're going to see Protect from the Golden Go. That's fine. They're probably protecting the... Yeah, they are protecting the Scoville. Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We're going to go for Sludge Bomb. We're going to fail into that Scoville slot. So now I think the question becomes, do I want to do the same thing again? I will go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb here. I think my best play here is just firing off. I could Protect, actually. Protect could be pretty solid. You know what? I'm going to Protect a Politoed. I'm going to Protect Politoed. Yeah. I like this play. We know for a fact that we outspeed the Golden Go. So I do really like this because it keeps Politoed online. We're going to see that they swap out Scoville, and that's fine. I'm okay with this. We're going to see the Bascu Legion hit the field. Okay, so Bascu Legion is here. We're going to protect the Politoed. Beautiful. We're going to go for Sludge Bomb into the Bascu Legion. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage. That's fine. And we're going to see Shadow Ball into the Salazzle slot. Slightly unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're going to reveal Sash. Beautiful. So we know your Life Orb at this point as well. I always switch into Heliolisk, I think, and then I really want to go for... I think I have to click Hydro Pump into the Goldengo slot. No, I can click Weather Ball. I can click Weather Ball because of the chip from the Life Orb. I'm going to click Weather Ball into the Goldengo. There's a chance that they double target Politoed, but I don't think they're going to want to do that here. Because even with the Rain up, I could easily switch into Mega Abomasnow here, or I can switch into Heliolisk. I could do a couple of things here, so I'm going to make this play. Hopefully this works out. We're gonna see Aqua Jet. Beautiful. That worked out stellarly. Shadow Ball into the Politoed. That's fine. We tank that because Politoed's a beast. We love you, Politoed. And then this Weather Ball should kill the Goldengo. Weather Ball into the Goldengo. Beautiful. Does it kill? Stellar work it does. All right, we have now revealed the Politoed strat. This is offensive Politoed, and we are doing well. There's a solid chance that this is Garchomp in the back. It's going to be Weavile in the back. Okay, very interesting. So I think what I do here is I protect Weavile, or protect Heliolisk, and then I'm going to go for... I'm just going to click Weather Ball into the Weavile again. Yeah, I'm gonna click into the Weavile. I really like this play a lot. I'm hoping that they predict me to go for Ally Switch, or they try to target down Heliolisk. We're gonna go for the Protect with the Heliolisk. Beautiful. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what they do. They're gonna go for Triple Axle into the Heliolisk. Okay, that is great. Weather Ball. Oh my god, we outspeed the... Oh my god, wait, we outspeed the Bascu Legion. Holy crap, that's crazy. That is unbelievably huge. I cannot overemphasize how huge that is. We're gonna see Lash Respects into the Politoed. That's fine. I am very fine with this. Armaments is going to go down. That is a-okay by me. So now I can just go into Abomasnow here. I can just literally just go into Abomasnow. Holy crap, this is huge. Thunderbolts into the Bascu Legion, and then we Mega Ice Shard into the Weavile. Holy crap, this is absolutely huge. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. We also still have Salazzle in the back, so I think honestly, as long as the Scoville gets damaged, we are put in a phenomenal position. I think their best play here is probably let Weavile go down and then switch Bascu Legion back in. They're not going to do that though. This is huge. They could be protecting on Amon. They could definitely be protecting. I think they probably do. I'm expecting them maybe protecting the Bascu Legion slot. We will see though. We are going to go ahead and Mega into Mega Abomasnow. We're going to set up the snow here. Bada bing, bada boom. We're going to see Protect from the Bascu Legion. That makes a lot of sense. Protecting the Bascu Legion. We're going to see an Ice Shard. We're going to kill the Weavile. Stellar work. All right. Weavile's going gonna drop. That is a-okay. Thunderbolts into the Basculegion. That is fine as well. So now Scovillain hits the field. This is where things get really interesting. I'm going to click Ally Switch because their thought process could be that any attack is good. I'm hoping that I think they have to Rage Powder Scovillain, so I'm going to click Ally Switch, and then I'm going to Wood Hammer into the Basculegion. The way this loses would be a bit unfortunate, but I think this will work out because they don't want to risk their Basculegion dropping here. They could be going for a double protect, but I think they have to Rage Powder. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna see they go for the double protect. Holy crap. Okay, we're gonna go for Ally Switch. We're going to have to hope that they target down the Mega Abomasnow slot. What do we see? We're gonna see a Super Fang. Beautiful. All right, this is fine then. I think we just win. Wood Hammer into the Basculegion is going to kill it. Wonderful. Absolutely stellar. Love that for us. This is going to be GG's. I'm just going to click Ice Shard here into the Scovillain slot, and then I'm going to protect the Heliolisk. I think protecting Heliolisk here makes a lot of sense because I don't want them to Leech Seed me. So I'm going to go ahead and protect. Yeah, we're going to go for protect here. Bada bing, bada boom. And we still have Salazzle in the back, so we're doing pretty well. We're going to Ice Shard here to do some little bit of chip damage. We're going to see the Spicy Spray trigger. That's fine. I'm okay with that. And we're going to see that they go for Leech Seed into the Heliolisk. Nice try. We're not doing that. We're going to see that they're hurt by the burn. That's fine. I think here what I do, I just go for Earth Power now. I think I'm just going to go for damage. I think that's all I really need to do here. We're gonna go for the Dragon Pulse. Bada bing, bada boom. Just deal as much damage as possible. Wonderful. Spicy Spray into the Heliolisk. That's fine. We're special attackers. And we're gonna see that they go for Leech Seed. They do just Leech Seed what's in front of them. That's fine. I'm okay with that. This is probably gonna be Leech Seed Protect, but we just fire off an Earth Power. We reveal that we have a special attack, and yeah, there's no way you can win this exchange. Like, it can be annoying and Protect stall, but ultimately it's not gonna really amount to much. Yeah, ultimately it's just really not gonna amount to much here. We're gonna get hit by the burn. That's fine. I think here they are going to Protect, so there's no reason for me not to just go for Earth Power here. I could make a really baller play and swap into, whatchamacallit? Actually, you know what? Yeah, this could actually be baller, because if they go for the attack on Heliolisk, they kill Salazzle, but then they don't attack Abomasnow. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this play. This is a very risky play, but we get rid of the Leech Seed procs. We're gonna see that they Leech Seed again into the Salazzle. Wow. Okay, fair enough. They were predicting that. We are going to go for Earth Power, though. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. And I mean, regardless, yeah, we win the game. What a game. GG's, though. Holy. Scovillain's gonna get a little bit, like, a minute, like, 1 HP back. And a Dragon Breath will go ahead and kill. So, well done. Massive respect. The Scovillain's a threat. I cannot believe we won the set. That is insane. Shoutouts to Politoed for actually doing something game 3. Big fan of that. I actually, well, I was gonna talk about a strat, but I'm worried I might face Pup again, and then I'm gonna be very scared. So, I'm not gonna reveal the strat, but we're looking really solid now for the playoffs position. They could protect here. If they protect, that's fine. Dragon Pulse will kill and win us the game. Wow. Holy crap. What a game. GG's to my opponent. Absolutely mad respect to the prep that they made. And yeah, just really well done. We're gonna see protect. Yep, they're gonna protect here. They're gonna stall a little bit, but there's no reason for them to because they can't recover HP. So that's the other really nice thing about Mega Abomasnow here. It forced them to not be able to click Leech Seed. So we're gonna go ahead. We get burned. That's fine. We just go for Dragon Pulse into the Scovillain and we'll pick up the kill. And that'll be that. They have to land like 15 protects in a row, and that's not even possible in the game. So we're gonna go for Dragon Pulse. Bada bing. Scovillain's gonna drop. Beautiful. Heliolisk finishing up the game with a crit that was not needed. GG's to Pup. I'm so sorry for breaking your undefeated streak, but we are 4-2 in the PPL at this point, and we are looking really solid. We are looking extremely solid for playoffs. We're not locked in by a long shot. We're definitely not. In fact, I think I actually technically lost differential because of, I think they went 3, like we only picked up 1 kill, so that's kind of funny. But regardless, I will very gladly take this. This was a very fantastic game. Once again, GG's to my opponent. I'm actually shocked that I was able to pick up the set. I'm very pleased with myself. And next week, we're going to be battling Linz, who I'm very excited to be fighting, although I'm not excited to be fighting Rebecca Floette. So if you're excited about that, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!